Welcome to this episode of KOTH Academy, where we take clueless recruits and try to turn them into functioning assets, or at least people who stop dying without making any money. Today's lesson? How to make money in King of the Hill, or in my opinion, the best way for low levels to make money in King of the Hill. See, while you're out there scrounging for a few dollars here and there and crying over how expensive guns are, the top dogs are raking in $30,000+ every single game. It's not a glitch, it's not admin abuse, it's called knowing what the hell they're doing. You think you're broke because the system is rigged. Wrong. You're broke because you never learned how to stack cash like a real KOTH warrior. But that's about to change. In this video, I'm going to show you how to flip your sad little $89 balance into a straight up financial comeback. So lock it in, load up, and get ready to stop being poor. Let's start with the most important way to make money, and probably the easiest way to make money. And I don't mean kills. I mean just surviving. So here's the deal. The objective area, or the AO, whatever you prefer. Every time someone gets a point, you get paid. It's $100 every time someone gets a point, or $150 if you're in the priority zone. If there's a minimum of 100 points in a match, well, that adds up fast. If you're alive for 100 points, that's $10,000 without even firing a shot. If you can survive in priority for that long, props to you, because I can't do that, you get $15,000. But here's the catch, and it's what separates pros from casuals. You only get paid if you're alive inside the AO. So it's not just about being in the AO, it's about staying alive in the AO. That means using cover wisely, avoiding overpeaks, playing edges and elevation, and never pushing alone unless you're clearing buildings with a squad. Every time you respawn, you're wasting time and potential money. Like, you're literally bleeding money away by not being alive. Think of each death as losing $150, $300, maybe even $500 in passive income, depending on how long it takes you to get back to the AO. The best players farm AO money without taking risks, holding angles from inside buildings, they smoke their flanks, and relocate before enemies pre-aim their spot. Surviving inside the AO is what fuels everything else. Your loadout upgrades, your XP gains, and your ability to afford launchers, drones, or helis. If you're serious about getting rich in KOTH, start by mastering the art of survival in the AO, because that's the core income stream. Everything else builds on top of it. Now let's talk about the most underrated gold mine in King of the Hill. Reviving your teammates. It's not flashy. It's not about hitting some ridiculous clip where you hit 4 headshots on parachuters, but it makes money, especially when you're playing smart. So here's the math. You get $100 for every teammate you revive, and another $100 for every kill that they get after being revived as an assist. And that stacks. So if you revive someone who drops 5 enemies, that's $600 straight to you. But it gets a little better when you equip Medic Perk. You now get $200 per revive. You revive in half the time, and you can quite literally become the backbone of a push. But here's the real secret. The more teammates around you, the more potential money you can make. If you're running solo, you might get 1 or 2 revives before getting clipped on. But if you're rolling with a full squad or in a dense AO tower with 10+ teammates around you, you become a revive machine. Every time someone goes down, smoke them, revive them, repeat. You'll chain revives non-stop and your bank account will explode. And high pop servers reviving 10, 15 teammates in 1 tower push, I mean, you could realistically get $2,000, $3,000 easy. And all that before you even fire a bullet. Plus, once they're back up, you're earning passive income for all of their kills. You're helping your team win the AO, and you're more likely to get a revive later if you go down. This is team-based farming at its finest. You're not just a medic, you're a mobile ATM. So if you're newer, or if you're tired of the risky lone wolf playstyle, stick with the main push. Just stay behind the front line, fall back a little bit, and when they go down, smoke them, revive them. Run with full tower groups, and revive everything that moves. You'll be shocked just how fast revive money stacks up, and how quickly you become a critical asset to your team for being a medic. Let's talk tactical insertions, because paradropping ain't worth your time, honestly. So if you're not flying to land, then you shouldn't fly at all. You earn $70 to $150 per player you successfully delivered to the AO as a tactical insertion. The exact payout depends on how many people are already in the AO. Higher pop servers, you're going to get more money. Lower pop servers, you're going to get less money, because more risky and less risky. And also, every person you drop off, you get full kill assist for every person that they kill. So if you drop off one guy and he gets 10 kills, it's an extra $1,000 in your pocket, and you really didn't even have to do anything. So if you drop 5 people off in a helicopter, which is not uncommon to do, that's pretty good potential for extra $500 to $1,000, if not more, if someone goes on a run. How to maximize your transport income is just fly smart. Use cover, terrain, quick landings. Don't hover. Make sure you get in, get out. I personally wouldn't leave spawn with less than 3 players in your helicopter unless there's really no one there, because obviously the more people in your helicopter, the more money you're going to make. Make sure you're landing near teammates, around cover, just anywhere safe in general. Land in smart places. You don't need to land your guys in the most risky spots where your chances of getting hit by a rocket launcher are greatly increased. You may as well land safe and make sure you're collecting your bag. For landing, I personally suggest flying a little bird, especially low levels when you're first learning. Bigger helicopters are a lot easier to hit with rockets.
Everyone out,
if you get really good and you really want to test some stuff out, you can land the Blackfish. It is becoming more popular again. I love to do it. There's quite a few other people that do love to do it because it can take so many rockets and it's a lot faster, honestly. But yeah, just by landing people in the AO, you can actually control. A few good pilots can actually control the game, and especially when your team is struggling to get spawn vic in, it's a really good way to make money. So for my new players, make sure you guys are learning how to fly. It's a great tool. It's a great way to make money. Let's talk about the spawn vehicle. At the start of the match, each team gets access to a spawn vehicle. Blue fours is blue, Indies is green, Op fours is red. You can't miss these things. They're brightly colored, as they should be, for how overpowered a spawn vehicle can be. Your job is to drive it in safely to the AO. Once delivered, it becomes a mobile spawn point for you and your entire team. How the money works on it, the part most players or new players don't realize, is that for every teammate that spawns through the vehicle after it reaches the AO, the driver who drove it in earns $50. No kill required, no revive, not even any combat required. Just passive income every time someone clicks that spawn button on the vehicle. This means if 20 people spawn through it, easy $1,000 in passive money. The longer it stays alive in the AO, and the more teammates that use it, the more you earn. Maximize the payout. Deliver it early in the match when teams are still organizing. Park it in a smart, hidden spot inside of the AO. Use camouflage or natural terrain to keep it alive longer. Stay nearby to repair or defend it if needed. Don't just drive it in the center and bail. Treat it like a team asset that literally prints you money. If your team is struggling to take the AO, that vehicle becomes the #1 spawn option, meaning even more players will use it. Why does it matter? It's one of the only real passive income methods in King of the Hill. It's low risk. All you have to do is take 2 or 3 minutes out of your way to drive it into the AO. You don't even need to fight. It helps your team dominate at all aspects of the game. For new players or support-focused teammates, this is the perfect opening move that sets up everything else while farming cash for you. So next time the match starts, don't skip the spawn vehicle. Or if you see it in the middle of the match, drive it in. Just stay off the main roads because you don't want to be the guy that gets it blown up over and over again by the same spawn camper sitting 100 meters outside of your safe zone. Please don't be that guy. Drive it off-road. It can go off-road if you have to. Drive it in the water. They can drive in the water, by the way, if you didn't know. So don't skip on the spawn vehicle. Grab it, deliver it, and hide it well. You'll help your team win faster and walk away with an easy $1,000 to $2,000 just from doing your job. The endgame bonus. Something most players either overlook or don't even realize is a thing. The endgame bonus can be massive, but only if you understand how it works. When a match ends, you get a bonus payout based on half the money you made during the match, how long you were in the match, and how well your team performed. If you played the full match and your team captured 100 points, which means your team won, you'll get 50% of your total match earnings as a bonus. Let's break it down with real numbers. If you earned $20,000 during the match, played 100% of the game, and your team won, meaning you get 100% on team performance, your endgame bonus is $10,000. That's an extra $10K on top of your regular income, and most players don't even think about it. So don't rage quit when you're losing. You'll still get a partial bonus based on team score and your time played at the end of the game. And the endgame bonus is one of the best ways to stack up on extra cash that you weren't expecting. That's it for this episode of KOTH Academy. Whether you're farming AO, reviving your squad, or stacking kills and assists, the key takeaway is simple. Play smart, stay alive, and make every move earned. If this helped you make more money in KOTH, drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment with your favorite strategy, or what you'd like to see next. I'm Hornsky, and this is just the beginning. Catch you in the next lesson. Until then, stay sharp, play the objective, and secure that bag.